It's Keaton here with another video. We'll be doing how to draw a comic strip. And how, as you seen by the video title, obviously. I did one as a warm-up here. As you can see. And yeah. I want you guys to enjoy this video and draw with me. And I'm not a comic expert. How to draw comics. I'm just like showing like, oh, you can do this for fun in your sketchbook. You know what I mean? So I did this in my sketchbook. I did one for fun in class. It was a class assignment, but I enjoyed it. It was art class, of course. But this is a little example here while I'll grab some examples for you and take some inspirations. And then yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. And let's get into it. Yeah, you can see a Snoopy comic there. It's just really simple. And the key to making like a comic is keep your characters simple so you can draw them over and over again. As you can see here, I know it's a little bit complicated, but I mean, like this comic, you can tell it's using circles, rectangles, ovals to create a character, and you can draw over and again. That's the key, I think. In a comic book, because you can draw. Obviously, there's some comics like Spider-Man, Batman are more complicated, but it takes time to. I think it's more fun to make more simple characters and they look more goofy. I'll show you an example of my own comic, but I'll show you another comic. This was Garfield, in case you didn't know. And yeah, Calvin Hobbes probably the best example. You see, you get different speech bubbles. I want you to keep that in mind. Speech bubbles and just like storytelling here. I keep in mind, I'm not gonna write the whole story. But first, draw the character, draw the variations of like character, get ideas on a separate piece of paper, and then draw your final illustrations of your character, and then draw the story, write the story what you didn't have, and then draw on a good piece of paper like this, your story. And I'll show you an example that the comic I made. It's about like four animals who are roommates. They're creating chaos. That's a funny story. You can see I'm not just using squares. You can use multiple things like I did. Spiky box, angle boxes. Make it interesting. Don't make it boring. Just square boxes, right? Right. You see, the characters are bold. Right. But yeah, let's get into it. And yeah, draw with me if you want to. And I hope you enjoy. I'll get into these speech bubbles first before we get drawing. You got a normal speech. You should choose normal speech bubbles, just like excitement or anger. I mean, you can tell by the spikes. And you got one. Some characters it's just talking in your mind, and then this one, it's like the narrator where it says like, "Oh, in 19 box," whatever you see in comics. But yeah. So I'm just going to draw a couple boxes here. I'm just going to do normal boxes here. I'm just going to keep low. And then, yeah. So I want you guys now I'm not getting into like the creating character. It's just gonna take time. I do have a character in mind. Just see on the other page. But I'm just gonna create a new character for my mind. So I'm just gonna draw a cat. I'm gonna draw a cat or a person. I'm just gonna do that same character. As you can see, I'm just gonna flip this. Let's see here if I can kind of reference this character here. So there's a circle. So I'm just gonna do front profile. Of him walking home. Now he's happy, got out of school. I want to have a little bit of trees around him. Just simple little trees. And I want this one just to be thinking I was mine. And I just want one that he's walking. It's hard to draw like the full body here, so I'm just gonna make it seem like he's got big ears, obviously. Spiky hair. No, it's not. It doesn't have to be in detail, but you know what I mean. Walking home, backpack on. I'm gonna have his cat. It's like his cat is just watching him. So I'm just gonna have this cat here. So yeah, just watching him. That's a little bit too big of a cat. I'm just gonna do there. Just gonna do that. The trees I like to do like little fun little lines into grass, as you see in comic books. If you haven't read, please read a comic book or cartoon. But yeah, keep it like round. I think that comics are more rounded, bold, and so I'm just gonna. So for the final one, I gotta think, okay, because I want this comic to be funny, and I want this to make people laugh. So I'm just thinking what the cat is gonna do. No, it's just a bit too far off. See, because I'm just judging. Okay. And I can usually fix that, it's keep it simple shapes. What? Like a pie. Oh, no. See. Something that's gonna fall and trip. No, I just want. And we can just. hear the cat just laugh. Just incitement. Does his plan work? So. I was gonna say almost home. There. So, as you can see, I'm using simple shapes, rounded, fun lines, and then a funny storyline. So, I was gonna take my ink and then we're gonna ink it. I have a chisel pen. I don't know why I always pick that up. Yeah, just have fun doing this. You know, in your sketchbook. You know, I like doing this in my sketchbook because it kind of gives, you know, a little journal in your sketchbook and just gives, like, a, you know, if someone read it, so they can have a good laugh. You know what I mean? So it's like a win-win. You know what I mean? But, you know, as a great exercise on, you know, on your storytelling and everything. So. But it's gonna make these capitals. I think I do like this idea more. I like this comic strip more than the other one, I think. That was fun. And it's bold. That's what I like about, like, comics, that they're easy, they're bold lines, they're fun, and they're easy to draw. Like, if you ever try to draw Garfield, Snoopy, Calvin, or Hobbes, it's super simple to understand if you get it on, you know, like, understanding shapes, and you just connect them. That's all you do. Just connect them, and then there, I'm just using my spiky speech bubble for excitement. So another thing I want you to keep in mind is, I'm just gonna, is, like I said, don't keep your boxes boxy. I want you to experimenting, like, there's just some suspense filling up here, so I'm just gonna add some wavy lines for that suspense. And then for that action, I'm just gonna add a little bit of spikes, like I did in the last one. It's kind of chaos. Yeah, a little bit splat. There, that's what happened. I'm just gonna add some colors. And you don't have to worry about perfections, that's another thing. Like, you don't have to worry about perfections. You're just drawing shapes, just have fun. No. I'm not gonna color in, I'm just gonna color in, like, It's gonna be calm. Like blue means calm here, right? And then there's a little bit of suspense, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of yellow. Yellow. Forget to draw this of that line there. Yellow for suspense. And then red for the chaos that the cat has planned. There. Let's see. I think it kind of reminds me of those 2000 cartoons that, like Phineas and Ferb, iconic. What's that one? Ben 10. So, yeah, and what's that one? Johnny, he has the black, I don't know if it's Johnny. It was the black suit. He has white hair, I forgot that cartoon. Comment below if you know. It's Garfield. I forget why it should be Garfield. But just have fun with shapes. Really, like, draw a circle. And then basically just connecting, really. Like half circles. I'm basically using circles mostly for the character and just freestyle with the hair. But yeah, do whatever you want. I would recommend draw your ideas on a separate piece of paper, and then have your finalized character like in that same page, right? And then draw your comic strip in a separate page of your character, and then do the lettering in pencil first, and then do it in case if you're making lettering error. I did it here because I'm not supposed to have 2 exclamation marks. But yeah, just experimenting with boxes, different shapes, angle, spiky, wavy. Right? Just don't make it boring. Right? Not push your boundaries, but make it fun, make it chaotic. That's what a cartoon's supposed to be. Make the story funny. That's right. We need more fun. Right? So yeah, I hope this is like a really fun, like not exercise, but something to do if you're stuck on drawing, right? Because we get sick of drawing. Not sick of it, but after a while, you get art block. Oh, I don't know what to draw. Draw a simple character. Don't even think about it. Just draw a character. That's simple, pretty fun story. It may look, messy, like this last one. It looks kind of dorky. Kind of looks like he's traumatized. The character. I think he's traumatized. That is his cat doing it. Setting a trap for him. He did also have a trap there, but except he threw the ball at him. But yeah, I just have fun doing this. It's actually been a while I did this, but I hope you enjoy. I hope you drew with me. Seeing the final results, probably still drawing the comic strip, obviously, because I told you, I would recommend drawing the character first, but take your time, right? If you have art block, this is probably, I know I had a video on art block. I don't know if I mentioned a comic strip, but no, this is another idea. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time, except for September, because that's when I'm going to be stopping making long form videos. Only the weekends I'll be making long form videos. We'll see where that goes. We're not going to talk about that now. But obviously I'm pretty tired because I'm filming this at night. I'm gonna post that, just the announcement, maybe tomorrow, and I gotta have schedule right. Because I still want to make these videos, have fun, teach you guys drawing and some ideas and challenges. I want to do sending some art challenges, so that'll be fun. And I'll see you next time. Have fun with this. Be chaotic. Scribble. Use simple shapes. Make a funny story. Make a really funny story. Seriously, though. That's how cartoons are. Make a funny story. Just don't hurt the character. You know what I mean? Because I think I did. That guy is unlucky. He fell for his cat's trap. But really, just have fun. That's all it's about. And yeah, see you next time.